into the second half. I mean, you really got it rolling after sort of scuffling in the first half.
You know, we opened it up some. We started out kind of shooting our shot, and I wanted to establish the run game. So we tried. They're really good against the run. Their linebackers were fit and fast. Thought they had a good game plan for a lot of the stuff that we did. You know, we shot ourselves in the foot on one drive where we could have got points with a penalty. And you know, looking back, you know, I was trying to win the game, and I want to keep the kids aggressive, and I want to be aggressive, but probably would have kicked the field goal knowing how the whole thing ended. But the guys just kept battling. I think we opened it up for them a little bit, and guys made plays.
Did a chance then, even after the field goal late, did you like, obviously the way you started the drive, and what did you see in the last couple of plays of the game?
On the 2-minute drive?
Yeah, you get out to midfield and then sort of
great route and catch by Samari. Thought we had a chance to hit a shallow on first down. They brought pressure on second. We were really close to hitting the screen on third. One more step out there quicker by our guard, and I think it creases. Then on fourth down, they brought zero blitz and tried to take a shot to one of our best players. And they were pressuring us a lot tonight, which I don't blame them. But they've been doing it all year, and you know, we trying to protect Adrian a little bit too, and thought we got the drive started real well. I'm still really confident at that point. We just needed one more play to keep the chains going.
In the first half, when you called timeout to review the scoring play, what was your explanation that you got from the officials? Because they review every scoring play. Right?
Yeah, I don't want to talk much about officiating, but they told me they reviewed it, and Ryan Held did a good job in the box. He saw the replay and said the quarterback's knee was down, so we got it stopped before the PAT.
How do you size up the defensive performance? I mean, they were out there a lot of snaps. Did you sense they were a little tired, gassed at the end?
Yeah, I told the team, you know, we're so close, and one more play, one more stop. When we get ahead by 7 with 7 minutes left, we need to win the game. I think it hurt the defense a little bit. We scored so fast in the third quarter that the defense was out there a long time, and I don't know if they were a little worn out at the end of the game. In these type of physical games, you get beat down a little bit, and we wanted to be ahead through that type of period so we could keep our offense on the field and their defense on the field, and we hit some big plays, and our defense was out there a long time. So proud of these guys, and gosh, that was fun with the environment and the fans, and as bad as I want this to work for our coaching staff, I want it to work more for the players and for the state, and we got a really good team. I'm so proud of them.
What was you thinking on the first drive of the night and the importance to get a touchdown?
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to win the game with field goals. We've been really good in the red zone on the 1 and 2 yard line with some of the stuff we've designed. They did a good job taking that away. They had a guy wide. I thought about calling timeout, thought we could still get him cracked, and the guy on him came off, and still thought we might have been able to bust it up in there and get it. But, you know, I trust our guys. This is the most I've ever trusted this team and a team I've coached here, and I want to give them a chance to make plays.
What did you think of the way that Bryce handled, obviously he got benched and he got thrown right back in there after Teddy got hurt, and then also, I know it's early, but do you know anything about where Teddy's at?
No, don't know anything yet. You know, Bryce has played a lot of football, so that's a really good guy to be able to put into a game, somebody that's played that much.
What did you feel got going so well offensively in the third quarter after a lot of struggles in the second quarter?
You know, we go into the game with a game plan. To be honest, we made a few adjustments. I think that helped. We needed to be running a little bit of our answers to our option plays because the base stuff, they weren't giving us the pull and ability for Adrian to get on the perimeter, so we had to kind of manufacture that. Popped a few things in the run game. Thought there was some great job by Coach Lubick scheming a couple things up that gave us big plays. And yeah, it was the same on both sides. They didn't just run it down our throat. We didn't run it down their throat. You got to hit some big plays, and really it comes down to they probably hit one more big one than we did.
Scott, is it tough to explain? I mean, so many of these games are being decided by that much, and it seems like they're so close. How do you keep guys' spirits up when you're that close, but the record isn't what you want it?
Because this team loves each other. They love the coaches. Coaches love them. This is a tightly knit team, and gosh, I'm proud of them. We've come so far. I thought tonight was the night. In games past, when we've gotten ahead, I got the sense that everybody was thinking what's going to go wrong, and I didn't feel that at all tonight. It was, defense did a great job, and then offense answers, and we're down 4 or whatever it was, and man, that was a great drive the offense put together to get it down the field and punch it in with 7 minutes, and you're right there, and you just need to play. We'll get there. I'm having a lot of fun coaching these guys this year, and I'm hurting for them more than anything, but I'm so happy for them and proud of how far they've come.
Nick Henrich was all over the field today with 15 tackles. Can you sort of speak about what you saw from him out there?
Nick's a warrior. You win in this league with tough guys and veteran guys and guys with experience. Our defense is kind of there. Nick and Luke we're still young, but guys have played a lot of football and they're playing well. And we knew when we recruited Nick he was going to be a special player, and he fought through some injuries. But he's a great guy and a great football player, and he's going to make a lot of tackles around here.
Take 2 more, Coach Scott. You had quite a few short yardage. Do you ever consider putting the bigger backs in those situations, or is Ramir your best option in those?
Ramir was playing the best. We had a 2nd and 1 in our territory in the 3rd quarter, and our back went the wrong way. I think we would have picked it up. Then we didn't get it on 3rd. That was a big play, and Ramir was playing well, so he's running hard and hitting the hole, and we wanted our best guy on the field.
Pass interference at the end of the first half.
Not going to talk about that.
Did JoJo tell you anything there?
Not going to talk about that.
Scott, what'd you see from Cam Taylor-Britt? Double-digit tackles, some pass breakups.
Yeah, I thought Cam let the game come to him a lot better today rather than trying to force it. Made some unbelievable plays on some deep balls. Q's playing really well too. I don't see our corners giving up a lot of things, and gosh, I love coaching those guys. They play hard. We're a good football team. It's hard to imagine the things that have happened to us, all happening to us, and sometimes you can't even anticipate them. But yeah, I'm proud of these guys. We're gonna keep fighting and do our best to prepare for Minnesota.
Good.
Yeah.
players with Damian Daniels.
Damian, was this one of the most physical games you ever played in?
One of the most. It's up there, but it's not one of the most. It's been a couple games we've been physical in, so. Yeah.
Damian, have you ever been a part of a game like that where it's really sort of a slugfest in the first half and then both teams just started scoring in the second half? It had sort of an odd flow to it.
Have I
not even noticed that when you're out?
Yeah, I don't really notice that. You know, I just do my 111 and just, play the next play and everything.
What were you thinking when Deontay had the interception and you guys punched it in to take the lead?
Hey, the turning point of the game, that's where the momentum shifted right there. And so we did something with it, and that's one thing we got to keep working on coming up is working on turnovers, giving the ball back to the offense and letting them do their thing.
Obviously, you guys had the overtime loss at Michigan State, 3-point loss tonight. Like, how do you keep the group together, or is that not an issue with this group in the first place?
It's not an issue with our group in the first place. We've been through a lot as a team, and just the way we just come back from adversity, it's been great because I can see it front hand, and everybody just, we just pull together tighter. Like in situations like this, we come tighter because we there. We just got to see the results.
Were you gassed near the end? I mean, were you pretty spent by the fourth quarter?
Nah, I was good. Yeah.
How do you feel the defense played? I mean, sort of just what's your summation of like how you guys got after it today?
We played some, some stuff that we got to clean up, but we just got to go back, watch the cut-ups, watch the film, and just see where we need to work at and where some stuff happened at, and just correct it.
What's going to be your message to guys? I mean, you're that close, it seems like, and the record isn't what you want. What do you say as a leader of the team to the guys to keep them going?
Work harder. Yeah, what you did yesterday, it don't matter. It's about what you bring today and forward.
Do you feel like you had a pretty good plan for what they wanted to do in the run game?
Oh, yes, sir. We did. We had a good plan. Everything was there, what we practiced and everything. Come down to executing. Make sure people where they need to be.
Hey, Damian, how tough were they to stop in those situations where they start rolling offensively, get a couple first downs, the run game's going, the pass game's going? It seems like they snowball somewhat on offense.
Talk about Michigan. They did everything that we were taught and everything that they did on film. It just come down, like I said, executing, getting 11 hats to the ball every play, and just winning each down.
Anything else for David? Okay, thank you. Betts next, and then Mayor Johnson and Grader.
Adrian, on the third down fumble, you got the first down. I'm imagining that was the goal. Can you just take me through from your vantage point what happened on that play?
Yeah, the goal obviously short yardage run play, trying to get the first down. I'm not going to stand up here and make excuses for myself. Can't be careless with the football. I thought the play was over. I was standing as I'm standing right now, and I thought it was done. But regardless of that fact, I feel a lot of responsibility and can't make plays like that hurt our team.
Scott said he thought something was different tonight, both in that drive and the one that you got after that, and thought it seemed like the offense went out with the mentality of, hey, we're going to go win the game. Do you feel that? I mean, on both drives?
I would agree, and I believe that carries over to the game in general. Not that we didn't have that feeling in other games this year, but there was a genuine belief and confidence going into this game, and that same feeling was there on those two drives and the drive before that. And I truly believe it was earned confidence and knowing that we could move the ball on their defense.
What changed? I mean, you shut out the first half and then scored, I think, on 4 of your first 5 drives in the second half.
Yeah, it's hard to point to what exactly changed. I'd maybe say part of it was mentality. There was a lot of talk in the locker room, but our guys were sort of like, hey, we're chipping away. We know what's going to happen. I think when we got that first touchdown, it was like, all right, floodgates are open. Let's keep hammering them home. We know we can score on these guys. And that belief was there from the beginning of the game. It just hadn't happened yet.
How do you describe what that second half was like? Just trade. Felt like you guys were just trading blows there for a while. Scoring, the next score.
Definitely, yeah. I think you described it perfectly. There was a lot of back and forth. But I know our guys were confident that we were going to be able to keep scoring, and we were also confident that our defense was going to be able to hold up.
Did you feel like you guys were softening them up, opening, setting things up with the way that you played in the first half? Like it benefited you in the second half?
I believe that's a fair point. There were certain plays that we ran, pass plays that were set up because of some of the things we were doing in the first half, and allowed us really in the pass game to counter with some of the things they were doing on defense.
Scott said also that he loves coaching his team, that he's having a lot of fun. I mean, I know it's hard for fans or for observers to watch a couple of close losses and maybe relate to that, but I mean, do you see that, and why do you think that is this year?
I would agree. I would second what Coach Frost said. We have a special group. We do. Guys who have a lot of confidence, and we know we're a good football team. Now, we need to get some more wins, and we've lost some really close, tough games, but doesn't take away from the fact special group of guys. Some older guys, a lot of respect for the leadership, the player-led leadership we have on this team, and I know we're going to bounce back. I know our focus is already on Minnesota.
You were under pressure quite a bit tonight. Obviously, they've got a talented front. How did you think, just the first blush, that the offensive line held up, especially with Teddy going out and giving you at least enough time to operate? Yeah,
I know I've said it a lot, but I genuinely believe it. Whoever's in there, Coach G is going to get them right. I have faith in those guys, and I believe they did a good job tonight. It's a talented front they got over at Michigan, and they bring some blitzes, and they try and, kind of make things crazy, and our guys did a good job, in my opinion, of handling that.
What has Ramir Johnson shown you? And I mean, you took a hit on the one throwback, but did you have a good feeling that play was going to be there?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily pre-snap. Those type of things have to be read out, but you watch the play, you could tell I have faith in Ramir. I have confidence in him, in his ability to go be a fast guy and go catch that ball. I believe he had over 100 yards receiving. He's a really talented guy and showed what he could do receiving and running the ball tonight.
What was your mindset going out for the final series after the turnover when they kicked the field goal to go ahead?
Yeah, well, we had about a minute 15, I believe, around that. No timeouts. Just hey, we can't waste any time. If we need to clock it, all we need is a field goal. Obviously, just trying to score points regardless of how that happens. But we're throwing the ball. They got into some 5-down stuff, trying to bring pressure. But those are the little things going through my head, and obviously we need to chunk them and get the ball downfield.
I'm guessing I know your answer to this question, but you were in favor of going for it on 4th and short there on the first drive of the game. I mean, you got down there, and
yeah.
I'm guessing you like that aggressive.
Definitely. Not 100% sure at that point what type of game it was going to be. Sometimes these Big Ten games are 17 to 14. You understand. I think going for a touchdown there is big for us, big momentum for us, big opportunity. And anytime you get that opportunity, I wanted it, and I know our guys wanted it as well.
Thank you, Andrew. We'll have Ramir Johnson next. Uh, 67 rushing yards, career high 105 received. Questions?
Amir, what was it like in the second half on offense? It felt like things got clicking for you guys. What do you see as the difference compared to the first half?
We just knew we had to just go. Defense is doing their thing. We just had to match their energy, and that's what we did. So we just knew we had to just come out firing all cylinders, and compete in this game.
In the first half, how tough was it between the tackles? I mean, you guys tried to set a tone.
Yeah, Michigan, they're a good team. They had a good defense. They was doing their thing. We couldn't find anything, but we started making some adjustments and during halftime, and came out and got what we got. But Michigan's a good team. Shout out to them. And yeah.
What's it like playing with Adrian? Just a guy that obviously is a great leader for you and has faith in you guys. What's it like just being next to him on the field playing with him?
I mean, it's amazing. He's a baller, as you see. He comes in every game doing what he got to do, and we appreciate that. We need that too. So he's a just baller. I love playing against him, playing with him.
What did you see? Were you sensing a big play there on the throwback for the touchdown?
Yeah. We do that every practice, and I knew he's gonna throw it to me every time we go. So I was ready for it. I kind of lost it in the light, but I found it. I knew he was gonna place it in the right spot. So I was glad I got that play and scored that touchdown to change the momentum of the game.
What do you think? You guys went for it on the 4th down early on that first drive. As an offensive player, what are you thinking there?
I mean, I was thinking just we got to get the first down, honestly. Yeah, we just had to get the first down.
He liked that, you're being aggressive. I guess that's probably the mindset of
Yeah, we wanted to be aggressive and stuff like that. We just got to, convert those plays and stuff like that.
Scott said that he didn't think that this team would give in even with a couple of close losses. Do you feel that way? I mean, you got one game before bye week and 5 left, I guess, of the season.
Yeah, most definitely. We've been in a lot of tough games, close games too, and that we should have won. But each game that we play like that, we learn from this game, and we just gotta find a way just to win it. That's pretty much it. We just gotta find a way to win it, and we're getting there, and we're gonna get it. So I'm looking forward to it.
He was used a lot more in the passing game, leading the team in receptions and yards. What can you sort of say about that, your use in the game plan?
I mean, if you can't get it on the ground, got to get it on, with your hands and stuff like that. So I was just trying to make plays any way I can. So that was really my mindset during the game.
Do you think you get a chance for a big play on the screen on the last drive of the game there?
I gotta look at it, but probably not. We gotta see on the film.
Anything else? Thank you, Amir.
Thank you.
I'll have two more from defense here to finish up. Nick Henrich, career high 15 tackles. And then we'll have Cam Taylor for the count. Questions?
Nick, 15 tackles. How's the body feel?
Oh, fine. Just losing sucks, you know. But yeah, not too bad. Not too banged up. So feeling good.
It was sort of a slugfest in the first half, and it turned into a shootout in the second half. Like, did you notice that as you're playing, or what did you make of just the back and forth nature of the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a super competitive game, and the flow of the game kind of changed throughout. But I mean, we're always just thinking next series, you know what I mean? So honestly, we really don't notice it. We're just trying to. We come off, we see what we could have done better that series, and then we move on to the next one. If that makes sense.
How what were you doing on the sideline, going through adjustments or something when Adrian fumbled on that? Because it was pretty. You guys went out and forced a field goal attempt then at the end.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we were going through adjustments and we saw it, and we got a thing on defense that says put out the fire. So when anything bad happens, we just run out there and we're like, all right, like, you know, let's go to work.
What do you see in that locker room from guys? I mean, you guys are so close in all these games, and I'm sure it's tired to you. But I mean, how do you take this and get over that hump, or what are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I see is this team's staying together and this team's united. You know what I mean? Like, losing's hard. You know what I'm saying? We just got to figure out a way to get these wins, but the improvements there and the unity's there of this team.
Why do you think the unity has stayed there? I mean, it's tough when you lose a bunch of close games and you don't have a winning record at the moment.
Yeah.
What's kept it in place?
I think just faith in our coaching staff and faith in our leadership. Guys are doing a great job.
Anything else for Nick?
What was in the second half? I think they ran 81 plays overall. Did you feel like it was getting long in the second half for the defense? Or did you feel good?
Oh, good. Yeah. We won't play as many plays as we need to.
Were you on the field when you guys had the lead and they popped the long run for about 50 yards where they tied it? Can you diagnose sort of what happened there, or did you see that play well?
I mean, yeah, all happened. I just know we clearly weren't in the right fit. Something happened. Obviously, we'll watch it on film and see exactly what happened, but, you know, we run them down and we move on to the next one. Stuff's going to happen. Michigan's a really good team, so it's not always going to be perfect.
Anything else for Nick? All right, thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Finish up players in here with Cam here in a second. Cam Taylor Britt also has career high tackles 11 and career high 3 pass breakups.
I don't even count, bro. I don't even count. That's crazy.
Questions?
Yeah.
Cam, do you think this was the best game of your season so far?
Most definitely, yeah.
Why is that?
Just running the ball, making plays, doing my job to the best of my ability, and just playing lights out.
Cam, you guys have lost a couple of 4 close games this year. How do you square those with the progress that you feel?
We just know it's always one thing. There's always a little thing that changes the outcome of our games that have been close, and we need to fix that. We don't know what it is specifically because it's always a change of events, and defense, we have to go back out there, get a stop, or, it's always a change of something that we have to go back out there and, time back up, but we just got to get it.
Adrian was hard on himself about the fumble there at the end. I mean, but as a peer of him, what do you see from him?
I love Adrian. He's been playing he's playing lights out. Even, just with, the nicks and bruises, this and that. I wouldn't want nobody to be our quarterback other than him. He gives 110% in every play. Everybody has mess-ups. I have my mess-ups. It's about how you come back from it. If I believe, if there was more time on the clock, hey, we could have made something happen. But, the game was over.
You're on the punt cover team. Were you in the mix on the ball that got loose down there?
Oh, no, I wasn't in the mix. I actually – Coach just sat me down from going on punt right before that. Yeah, but I just told him I want to get back on special teams because after that Michigan State game, I just wanted to, not come out the field for real. Even though I was tired, dog tired, just get a, squig of water, get back out there.
Did that first punt take kind of a bigger hop? I think you and Phelan were both kind of down there.
Me and Marquise Buford, that was our first punt. Yeah, Will, he booted that. Once again, that's what we need from him, though. And that's why me and Marquise Buford, we asked to be the gunners. We have, I say I got the best release. It's a competition thing, still at practice. Just, to have the best release, get off the ball and cover. You have to get down there and cover that punt returner down because he's a good punt returner. We've seen what he's done to, other teams in that. We can, let him get started.
Your coach and teammates say this team seems really tight-knit and together. What's kept that in place, that unity, despite the record not being quite where you want it right now?
I just feel like everybody's, you said together like that, but we stick around like the stadium. Nobody's going home and, just getting on the game, this and that. We set up meetings on our own as far as defense, set up meetings on our own, and sometimes Coach Chins may come in there, sometimes he may not, but you see the people who travel and some folks who don't travel in there, they're trying to get some extra work in, extra film in, before the week, starts.
You guys have such a high standard for yourself as a defense. How do you feel you played overall as a defense tonight? Is there disappointment that when you have the lead
I wouldn't say there's disappointment, but there's always things we can fix. I feel like we did go out there and play, great football, man. We went out there, did what we needed to be, did what we needed to do, but I don't feel like we need to do anything else but, just play Nebraska football, play black shirt football like we have been doing this whole time.
That interception was the first time McNamara's been picked off this season. How important was that as just building momentum for the team in the third?
Should have been 2 picks, but, I dropped mine. We're not going to talk about that. But, man, we just had to get the pressure on them. We know Coach Harbor over there, he didn't want them, just taking shots here and there. He wanted to get them started first. And once we got on him in the backfield and just had him moving around a little bit, we knew he would, he's not locked in on his receivers. He's just trying to make a play. Deontay came up with a great pick, man. We thought we was going to run it back. We got tripped up, man. We're going to work on that, though.
All right.
Good. Thank you.
That's it in here. There might be a couple guys out back, but I think that about wraps up there too.